We'll start standing. So bring your feet together. Just lift the toes up. So legs are together, feet are together. Roll the shoulders down. Lift the feet up and then the toes up. And then ground them down. Toes up again and then ground down. So you're just really feeling that you're grounding down through all four corners of the feet. Legs are straight, tuck the bottom under, grow the spine tall, roll the shoulders down and then head. So your chin's parallel with the ground and your head's reaching up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to prayer. So just have your fingers really spread actually, and then the thumbs meet at the sternum. And close the eyes. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, in through the nose. Once more through the mouth. Exhale. Take an inhale through the nose. And this time exhale through the nose. Release the hands down. Take the feet to hip distance apart. The eyes are open. And we're just going to start making circles forward with the arms. So just go to whatever height and distance is comfortable. So really start tuning in now to where your body wants to go. So if your circles are more here, great. This is just to get the movement into the body. So stretching and reaching gently, no jerking movements, and then we'll take the circles backwards. So really grounding down through the feet as you're doing this. And then release. We'll bring the feet together a moment and we'll come onto the tiptoes as we inhale, bring the arms up, have a point of focus ahead of you. Exhale, slowly come down, arms come down, heels down. Inhale, arms up, tiptoes. Exhale, heels down, arms down. Once more. Inhale up, exhale down. Just roll the shoulders down. So we'll take the strap at this point. Take it between the two hands, taking at chest height, wider than the shoulders, and just create that tension in between the two hands. Take your feet hip distance again. And we're going to raise the arms up on the inhale, above the head, and then slightly back as far as is in your range and comfortable. Exhale, bring back above the head and down to chest height. And then inhale, up above the head and back as far as is comfortable. Once more, exhale down to chest. And then inhale, this time stay above the head. Ground down into those feet. And then we're just going to start moving the arms towards the right. So really keeping your body in one line. So if you feel your left shoulder's tipping in a bit, just bring it slightly back, gentle movements. So inhale, grow tall. Exhale, see if you can just take that bend a little bit deeper towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then on the exhale, take towards the left side. Again, just trying to keep the shoulders back in one line. Really taking deep inhales, and with the long exhale, try and go a little bit deeper into the bend. Inhale, slowly come back to center, keeping the strap in your hands. Bring the arms down to chest height. And we're going to take the arms around to the right. Keep your hips facing forward. And just move as far as possible back towards that right, looking over the right shoulder if you can. If there's any neck issues going on, just stop where you start feeling your neck twinging. Inhale back to center. And then exhale around to the left side, keeping the hips facing forward. Come back to the center. Keep the strap in the right hand. So if you stay where you are, just turn around so you can see. And the strap, so you'll take the right hand to the back of the head, left hand with the palm facing out is going to come to the bottom of your back and take the bottom of the strap. Elbows are out to the side, so feet are hip distance apart. If you want to, you can start walking those hands towards one another. Just remember though, we're right at the beginning, so just go with what feels comfortable. And just hold there. So we're in the cow-faced arms, Gomukhasana arms. Try and keep your chin still parallel with the ground. Tuck the tailbone under, so try not to stick the bottom out. And then keeping the arms as they are, going to bend the knees and come into a forward fold. So on an exhale, gently start forward folding with your knees really bent. Grounding down through your feet. Weight will start coming slightly into the front of the feet. Keep taking the inhales and the exhales. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, see if you can just forward fold a little bit further. And then on the inhale, really slowly come back, rise up. And take the strap into the left fist at the top, so replace the right hand. So left hand's behind the head, right hand with the back of the hand on the back, grabs the bottom of the strap. And then again, if you want to start, if it's comfortable, walking those hands together, but not seeing you start hunching in on yourself. As soon as you do that, take the hands further away again, so you're keeping the chin parallel to the ground. Tucking the tailbone under so the spine's growing tall. Deep inhales through the nose. Long exhales through the nose. And then again, bend the knees generously, and we'll take a forward fold on an exhale. Again, just see if you can move with the breath, so the exhales might be able to take you a little bit further into the fold. And then on the inhale, slowly rise up. And release, so the strap can just go to one side for now. We will use it again later. Take the feet wide, so about 4 foot, and so you come into the long side of your mat. So the feet are parallel, toes are slightly turned in. So we're coming into a wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So inhale, chest rises up to the ceiling, and then on the exhale, start forward folding, and your chest is reaching forward. And then when your torso is about parallel to the floor, bring your hands down. So this time you're way ahead of your feet, under the shoulders. So really reaching, so you're almost making your back concave, if you can imagine that action. So on the inhale, see if you can grow the spine a little taller, pushing the chest forward. And exhale, probably breathe into the legs for me. So just breathing in, using the breath to breathe in wherever you're feeling maybe some tight spots. And the breath gradually helps with releasing those. So inhale, long exhale. We're going to hold postures for a little longer today. So if you can, you're going to start taking the chest more further down towards the ground, but you're not rounding, so it's still reaching the chest forward, that action. And then if you can, walk the hands back in line with the feet. And we'll hold there. So just come back as far. So if you want to stay there, then absolutely stay where we were in the first part. Or gently walk the hands back. And again, if you're still up here, just, yeah, great. Keep reaching the chest forward. And on the exhale, for those that can start coming more into the forward fold. Come up halfway. Turn the left foot out. We're going to start moving the weight to the left foot. Walk the hands round to frame that left foot. So we're going to come into downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder distance apart. Step the left foot back. Just have a look at the hands and make sure A, they're under the shoulders. B, the fingers are really spread so you can distribute the weight on them evenly. Have a look back that your feet are hip distance wide. And then with your knees really, really bent, more than usual if you do have them bent, start pushing your bottom up to the ceiling. We're in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. But with the knees bent, still trying to distribute the weight evenly between your feet and your hands. I want you to start pushing your chest down towards the ground as well as back towards your thighs. So you should be feeling a really good stretch in the back and across the shoulders. So bend the knees a little more if you're not. Stay here for a few breaths, so really deep inhales and long exhales through the nose. Then we're going to gently come forward into plank to start lowering your bottom, moving the shoulders forward. So now your shoulders are back over the wrists. We're in high plank. Spread the shoulder blades. We're going to hold here to engage your core. Pushing out of the wrists if you can. Take a few breaths here. Again, long inhales and, deep inhales, long exhales. And then in a moment we're going to lower. So you can either take your knees to the mat and lower that way, or try and take your body in one line down. Either way, the elbows start bending backwards and the arms are tucking into the body. Taking a deep inhale and exhale once you're down on the floor. Left hand stays under the shoulder. Bring the right foot to the right buttock and reach the right hand towards the right foot. Start raising the right thigh off the mat. Really gentle movement though. You're not pulling to see how high you can get. Just gently move and see how high your body wants to go. If that's okay, otherwise keep your thigh on the mat if it's too much raised off the mat. And if that feels okay, you want to try start raising your head and your chest off the mat, but they're still looking down. So you're keeping your spine in neutral. Hold here, keep with the breath. And gently release everything down to the mat. Right hand comes back under the shoulder, right leg's long. Just notice how the two sides feel different. And we'll take the other side. So right hand staying under the right shoulder, left foot to the left buttock, left hand reaches round for the left foot. And if it's comfortable, start raising that left thigh up off the mat. And then again, if you want to start taking your head and your chest off the mat, but still looking down. Take the shoulders away from the ears. And release everything back down. Bring both feet towards the bottom and reach both hands around both feet. Start raising both thighs if you can off the mat, keeping the arms straight. And then gently, if you can, start rising your chest and your head off the mat. And then gently release down. Legs are straight. Bring your hands under your shoulders and then bring your elbows under the shoulders. So your hands are facing forward. Elbows are under the shoulders and you're coming, your legs are straight on the mat and your chest is up, your head's looking forward. So we're just in Sphinx pose. So you're extending out of your back. So try not to crunch into that lower back, just a back extension here. And then exhale down. We're going to come into broken wing pose. Take the left hand under the left shoulder. Right hand's coming out to a half T shape, so it's at shoulder height on the floor with the palm facing down. Bring the left foot to the left bottom, the left buttock. And we're going to start rolling onto the right side. So your right ear, you're on your right ear, your right hip. And then that left foot is reaching behind you. It can either stay there, or you can start seeing if you can place it on the floor behind you. And if you can, you'll feel a slightly different stretch going on in the hips, the bottom of the back. So you've got a shoulder stretch going on as well here. Take a few breaths here. Come back to the center. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder, left legs down. And we'll take the left arm out to the side, so that half T shape with the palm facing down. The arms at the shoulder height. And then we'll bring the right foot to the right buttock. And we'll start rolling over onto the left side. So you're coming onto the left ear and the left hip. The right leg's in the air. Or again, if you want to start seeing, and it could be different on this side or how far you want to go, placing that right foot on the ground behind you. And really just try and let the breath relax you into these postures as much as is possible. And gently come back. Bring everything back to the mat. Both hands are under the shoulders, legs are stretched long. And we're going to gently push up, push the bottom back to the heels. Big toes are together, take the knees wide. Bottom reaches back to the heels, keeping the arms stretched in front of you. And then if you can, you're reaching the head down towards the mat, but still keeping the bottom on the heels. So if you can't get the head to the mat, just keep the bottom on the heels and just stretch wherever your head reaches and your chest forward. Inhale and exhale. Come forward, so come back up onto the knees. So those of you that have got knee issues, this is where I'd recommend having a cushion ready under your knee, or you can fold the mat a few times. So step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, and that left, so it would be the left knee you want to get the cushion under if it's too much. So just see how that feels there. And then turn the right toes out slightly. This is a lizard variation. And then really gently, just with that right hand, start easing that right knee out. And if you can and you want to, you can look back, if that's comfortable, towards that back foot. If it's more comfortable for you to have your foot tracking forward and your knee tracking forward, then do that and just stay here. But if you are easing that knee out, the foot just needs to point out slightly. Again, if your knees are starting to really tell you they're there, then just ease out. So we'll all just try and bring the foot forward if you can. Whichever way your foot's going, make sure the knee's tracking in that direction, the same direction as the foot. So you can either hold here and start reaching the chest forward. If you think you've got the stretch in you, you can start coming down onto your elbows and reaching the chest forward. Really, really take the breath to wherever it's feeling tight or it's too much, and just really try and relax that area. There's probably a few areas that's going on for most of us. So the exhale, relax into the tight areas if there are. Deep inhales, slow exhales. For those of you that want to try, you could just come up off that back knee, so you're still wherever you are. So if you're up here or on your elbows, just see if that stretch reaches into another part of the body. But I think for the main, I'd just be down the back leg, just trying to get a little bit deeper into this stretch. Gently come up onto the hands, and we'll take that right leg back. We'll come into child's pose again, Balasana. So toes are together, Knees wide apart, walk the bottom back to the heels, stretch the arms forward. Take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Come up onto the left side, so start coming up onto the knees, and we'll take that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sorry, I just realised it's probably not helpful me this direction. So you're here. And again, if you're tracking your left foot out slightly, and just start gently nudging that left knee out. And just reaching through your back if you can. So some of you might find you rounding a little. Try and reach the chest through at the same time, so that then it just feels quite a good stretch across the shoulder blades if you reach the chest forward. So again, just putting the cushion or rolling the mat under that back knee if it's too much on the knee. And then if you can, just bring the left foot to face forward and the knee tracking forward. If it's not comfortable to do so, keep the toes turning out and the knee just tracks whichever direction the foot's going in. And then hold. And then if you want to start trying to come down onto the elbows, you did wiggle that back leg back actually a little bit. Would help with that. Yeah, this side's tighter for me definitely today. And again, if you want to try coming up off the back knee, you can. But I think the deeper stretch will be if you just keep the knee down today. Again, really take the breath to wherever you're feeling tight, those tight areas, and see if the breath can help you relax and release the tightness. And then again, we'll come back to child's pose to take your left leg back. Big toes are together, take the knees wide, bottom to the heels, stretch the hands forward. Inhale, exhale. Come up to seated. Just make sure you've got your strap to hand because we'll use it in a moment. So we're going to come into Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So right knee, so your left foot's near the left, the right foot's near the left buttock, knees facing forward. And then you're trying to bring the left knee on top, so both knees are facing that way. Both sit bones are on the floor. And the feet are about halfway between your knees and your bottom, with the top of the feet facing forward. So imagine some of you might be here or here, that's fine. Just, we're gonna again, just see if the breath can get us wherever we are to go a little bit deeper. So you can either hold on to your feet, bring the knees to the, the hands to the knees, have them by the side or behind. If the hands are by the side or behind, try not to put too much weight into them. You're trying to stretch up and then ground down through the sit bones. So again, your deep inhales and exhale, long exhales. Make sure the shoulders are down, the jaw's relaxed. Chin's parallel with the floor. And then if you want to, you can try walking the hands forward. So again, those tent hands, so like your fingers are making a tent. And here I definitely find just itching, just doing a bit at a time. So I've just come slightly forward with the hands. Really again, reaching that chest through. So take a few inhales and exhales, I pause. And then I just gently take them forward again. Take a few breaths there. But equally, obviously stay here if it's enough going on in the legs. And then inch the arms forward, still reaching the chest through. And hold. We're going to hold just for a few more breaths. Take the breath to the area that's feeling tight or resistant. And if your hands are stretched forward, start walking those back to the body. And this is where we'll take the strap. So we'll do the arms that we did at the beginning of the session. So with the right hand, you'll hold the strap, making sure you've got lots of length still dangling, and that's coming behind the head. The left hand with the palm facing away from the body is going to come to reach the strap around the mid-back point. And again, if you want to, you can start walking those hands towards one another. But just a reminder, not compromising your back straight, trying to reach up. So as soon as your chin starts coming into your chest or you're curving, stretch back out, see your chin's parallel with the ground and your back's reaching up, your spine's reaching up to the ceiling. Hold here. And then on the exhale, still with the arms as they are, we're just going to see if we can start reaching the torso forward, bending it over towards the legs. So reach forward on the inhale with the chest, and exhale, bend a bit more. But always stay there if that was enough. And just sometimes you find that the stretch might feel nicer for some of you, bending into it. Really tuning into the body though, not pushing too far. On the inhale, if you folded, slowly come up on an inhale. And release the hands. Just put the strap to one side. We'll use it in a moment. We'll change the cross of the legs. So the left leg's at the bottom. So left foot's towards the right buttock. Left knees facing forward. Bring the right knee on top. So again, your feet, the tops of the feet are facing forward this way. And they're halfway between your knees and your bottom. Both sit bones, you're trying to get onto the mat. So again, if you're here, just stay there. Try and get the spine taller. Hands can be on the feet, the knees, by the side. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders roll down. And again, we're going to try walking those hands forward. So tent the fingers. Take forward, take an inhale. And an exhale. And see if you can just walk them a little bit forward. Inhale and exhale. See if you can just ease into where you are. And if there's a little, you think there's a bit more room to go, walk them a little bit more forward. So really focusing on that breath will help. Just getting into the stretch. And walk the hands back to the body. And we'll take the strap, so opposite side. So take in the left hand to begin with, making sure you've got plenty dangling. That left hand comes to the back of the head. Right hand with the palm facing away from the body reaches behind. And then if you want to start walking the hands together, great, but keeping the chin parallel to the ground. Hold here, so we're in Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So inhale, grow the spine tall, exhale, ground down through the sit bones. And again, we'll try bending forward, reaching the torso over the thighs. So inhale, grow the spine tall, exhale over the thighs, reaching the torso over the thighs. Inhale, reach forward, exhale, bending. If it was enough sat up with the arms like it was, which obviously it is, stay there. Gently come up on the inhale. And release, bring the legs out in front of you. So we're coming into Dandasana, just shake the legs out, roll the shoulders out. So you've just got straight legs, head in front of you. Still using the strap, we'll take the strap around the feet, so the balls of the feet are flexed, so the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And just have equal sides of the strap either side. So you'll take those in each hand. Coming into a forward fold, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So really grow tall through the spine. And then on the exhale, start hinging from the hips. So you're reaching the chest forward. Find it easier actually to hold the strap closer, further down. And try and keep the elbows back towards the body if you can. So on the inhale, imagine the spine growing tall, and the exhale, reaching the chest forward and down. So you're just following your own breath now to see if you can move into the stretch a little more. And we are going to hold it just for a few breaths. Last breath. On the inhale, slowly come back upright. And we'll take the strap in the left hand. So both sides of the strap are in the left hand with the elbow tucked in to the body, to the side of the left waist. And we're going to reach the right hand behind us if you can. So still keeping the hips forward. If that's too much, just place the right hand at the back, just behind the bottom. But again, not too much weight going into that. And if it's not too much on your neck, start looking over the right shoulder. If it's comfortable, you can try to reach your right hand on your left, top of the left thigh, so it's twisting around your body. And take the last breath there. And gently come out. We'll take the strap now in the right hand. So both sides of the strap in the right hand. Right elbow is tucked into the left waist. We'll reach that left hand behind and look over if you can. Or again, bring the left hand just behind the bottom. And if you want to have a go, bringing that left hand around to the top of the right thigh. And gently come back. So just make sure if you've got a mat, that there's plenty behind you. Take the strap in both hands again. Engage the core. And we're going to slowly, we're trying to keep the legs on the mat. You're going to start rolling back. Really engaging the core. So you're coming down as slowly as you can with each vertebrae. Imagining each vertebrae at a time coming down. And release. So imagining that you've got a tennis ball between your chin and your chest. Gently step the left foot out of the strap. So you've just got your right foot in now. We'll bend the left knee, left leg, so the knee's pointing up to the ceiling. And then start raising that right foot up to the ceiling. So you're holding with the strap. Inhale, push the foot up. Exhale, see if you can bring that leg a little straighter towards your body, towards your head. If you want to stretch, take the left leg out long. Do so, just have the foot flex so the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And just start trying to bring that leg back towards your face using the strap. Again, inhale, reach it longer, and then on the exhale, gently bring it towards your chest and your face. The exhale might help you just bring it that bit closer into the stretch. Take both sides of the strap into the left hand. Take the right hand out towards a T shape at the side, with the palm facing down at shoulder height. And then we're going to gently start moving the leg, still straight if you can, or as straight as possible, over towards the left side. So now the left foot's relaxed. It doesn't need to be flexed anymore. Looking over towards the right hand if you can. So we're just in a reclined twist now. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, gently bring the right foot up to the ceiling. And if you feel comfortable too, you can just bring the left foot up, so bend both knees, and then step the left foot into the strap. And just make sure the strap's around the ball of the foot. Take the right foot out and bring it to so you've got the right leg bent with the knee up to the ceiling. And the strap's around the left foot, around the ball of that foot. You've got the strap in both hands. And again, we're going to start trying to bring that straight left leg towards your face of your chest. So inhale, and on the exhale, see if you can just inch it, even if it's just a tiny millimetre towards you. But really working with the breath. Those that want to start taking the right leg long on the mat, do so. And then just have those right toes flexed up to the ceiling. Take both sides of the strap in the right hand. Left hand's going out to the side, shoulder height with the palm facing down on the floor. And start moving that left leg over to the right side. Right foot's relaxed. And if you can, you're looking over towards that left hand. Hold here. Try and keep both shoulders on the mat. And on the next inhale, come back to center. Keep the left foot in the strap, but take it down to join the other leg on the mat and step both feet back into the strap. Ideally, try and wiggle the strap so that it's around both feet, around the balls of both feet. The straps are in both hands, and we're going to start to rise up the way we came down. So engage the core, trying to keep the legs on the mat as much as is possible, and sit up. We're just going to come into our final relaxation. So this is a little bit fiddly, but if you've got a long enough strap, we're going to come into Baddha Konasana legs. So bring the soles of your feet together and just quite far away. So even if you usually bring them close, this time have the feet quite far away from you. Soles of the feet are together. Bring the strap around the base of your back, so almost at the top of your hip bones. So not around the waist, a bit lower down, so you can just see there. Bring both sides around, then they're going to come under the calves, under the ankles. It's just a really good support if you can get this. Otherwise, if your strap's not long enough, you'll just have your legs as the feet as they are. And then if you've got your yoga strap, you'll just thread it through your buckle. Otherwise, we're tying a knot, so it's coming under your ankles, over your ankles, and then you're tying, not too tight so you can't get it out, but you're creating tension with that first tie. It is worth doing, I promise. So just make sure it's down by the bottom of the waist. Once you're there, you just come down onto the back of the elbows. Again, as I say, if the strap's not long enough, just have your feet in the Baddha Konasana, the soles of the feet together. Once you're down on your elbows, just gently start inching down so you're on your back, and then readjust the strap so it's at the bottom of the back, just above the bones, top of your bottom really. And then you can, if you want to create a bit more tension, move the feet a bit further away until you've got a really good tension on the strap. Arms can either be flopped open to your side with the palms facing up, or cactus the arms. So you bring, the palms are facing up and you've got your elbows at shoulder height, with your hands then coming in. It's a bit like an L shape. So goalpost arms or cactus arms. So just see which is comfortable. Coming into, this is our Shavasana final pose variation today. So get comfortable wherever's comfortable for you. Close the eyes. Take a deep inhale. And then almost a forced exhale. So you're forcing out all the tension, all the stale air, all the anything else. Again, inhale through the nose, deep inhale. Forced exhale through the mouth. Last one of those. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Come to normal breathing and just really relax everything. Do a quick body scan down from your head to your toes. If there's any tension anywhere, just release the tension. Relax the jaw, shoulders, knees, hips. And then we're going to inhale, imagining the inhale moving from the toes up to the crown of the head. And then imagining the exhale moving from the crown of the head back down to the toes. Inhale, toes to the crown of the head. Exhale, back down, crown of the head to the toes. Do a few times on your own. move from the feet to the pelvis area. So the middle of the pelvis area, take the in-breath from there to the crown of your head, and the exhale from the crown of the head to the pelvis. Do a few times on your own. Then move from the pelvis area to the navel area. And so imagining the breath moving from there to the crown of the head. On the exhale, from the crown of the head back to the navel point. Navel to the crown of the head. Exhale, crown of the head to the navel. A few more times on your own. The exhale, really relax everything. Moving from the navel point up to the chest, midpoint of the chest. Inhale from there to the crown of the head, and back down from the crown of the head to the chest. And again, a few more times on your own. And then just take a few inhales and exhales, concentrating on a point just below the crown of your head. Gently open the eyes, wiggle the hands, stretch the hands. Gently come up onto the elbows if you've got a strap around you. If not, you can just roll onto your side, still bringing the knees together. Just stay halfway to begin with. And then gently come up onto the hands. Either keep the strap tied or release that. Come to seated. Bring the hands to prayer at the chest. Namaste. That is the end. Again, I don't think